Hello and welcome back to some more Football Manager 2021 and part 46 of our Sir Alex Ferguson challenge with Aston Villa. Today we have the start of Season 5. We have got our first match in the Premier League away from home to Tottenham, which is a tough one. We'll have a look at the season preview and stuff and see where they're expected to finish this season. They didn't have a great season last year, but they're now managed by Pep Guardiola, so we might even have a little look at which players they've brought in. But yesterday we had the transfer special, but if you didn't catch that, or if those sort of videos aren't your sort of thing, we'll go through exactly who we've brought in and who's gone out as well, because there has been a lot of important departures as well from the football club. So we'll go through the outs first, because I think these are the most important to look at. So Adam Smith and James Rodriguez have went out on free transfers. Rodriguez in particular, was bringing in taking a lot of money from the club on a weekly basis. So I thought, let's just get rid. I think he was on 170 grand a week, which, over 52 weeks is a shed load of money. So he's gone now. We've also sent out a load of our players on loan, which is good for them to go and get some first team football. Jack Grealish, he was the big one, Mr. Aston Villa. He only had a year left on his contract, and I just offered him out. And Juventus came in with a 60 million bid. I think it was very much worth it. He had his best season yet last year, but hopefully some of the players we've brought in will go a long way to covering that hole. Callum McGregor, one of the heroes in the last game of the season, he's gone back to Celtic. Only 10.25 million. The 2 years I was here, he didn't really do that well for the money we paid for him, but I think it was his time to move on now. He wasn't going to get the game time this year. Jacob Ramsey and Paul Glatzel have gone out on loan, and Bertrand Traore, the ultimate hero, one of the players I absolutely loved working with. He really is a terrific player. I was gutted about this one, but for 32.5 million, I couldn't really say no, because he wasn't going to get the game time this year. And I think it was now or never really for him to go for a lot of money, and 32.5 million is still a significant profit on what he had, and he's or what we paid for him, and he's brought a lot of joy to us. Never quite hit the heights of season 1 again, and never really played as much for us again. He's played less and less each year. And this year it would have been even lower. I couldn't find a place for him in the registration. So Bertrand Traore does go. It was a sore one to take, that one. But 103 million we've brought in overall. On the income, on the incomings, we have signed quite a few players for the first team. So the first signing of the window was Eden Hazard, or Eden Hazard, whatever you want to call him, from Real Madrid for £5 million. Only on 45 grand a week. He is 33 years old now, but just a bit of a backup player for us. Still got some amazing attributes, and I think in pre-season he's played very, very well. So somebody that we definitely want to try and integrate into our system. Jesper Carlson, you might remember him from the final of the Europa Conference League a couple of episodes ago. He had an excellent season for PSV Eindhoven last year, and we managed to pick him up for £15 million. Terrific signing, I think. He scored 36 goals in 45 appearances last year. Unfortunately, he won't make his debut today because he's injured, but he could be a real star for us, I think. Joe Willock as well, young English player, 24 years old. We've brought him in for £8 million or something silly like that. 8.5 million, that is peanuts for a player like him. Had an excellent season in Arsenal's title-winning season a couple of seasons ago. lots of saying season. Scored 7 goals and 4 assists, 1 player of the match. Last year didn't really get a chance, but when he did play, he played well. So it bodes well. It definitely bodes well. So we also got rid of Mikhail Sacek. He went to Newcastle for £13.5 million. So we made a quick profit on him, considering he only made 9 starts last season. I don't think that's at all bad. We've also brought in Dele Alli in on loan from Tottenham. Again, lots of good attributes. We all know the quality of Dele Alli. Can he bring it to us week in, week out? I don't know. He's not had the best of times at Tottenham recently, so a bit of a shame for him. But we'll see if we can rejuvenate his career. Harry Maguire, he's come in for £18.5 million. We made that signing permanent. He was, of course, on loan here last season. Had a very good year, and hopefully he can continue in that fashion. James Madison, this is this year's big signing. £58 million we've spent on him. He's the Jack Grealish replacement, and I think an upgraded version of Jack Grealish. Some excellent attributes here. He's going to be mainly playing in the middle of the park as a advanced playmaker, or Mazzala, I think, because that suits him even better, and you can see how technically gifted he is. He's going to be playing in the middle of the park for us this season, but can also play anywhere else that we need him to play. He's had some excellent seasons for Leicester City, so looking forward to working with him. Jordan Henderson has come in as well for £11.5 million. Still a very, very strong player. And, you look at some of these attributes, he is one of those players that you can always rely upon in Football Manager. Had 2 good seasons for Liverpool before leaving for Paris Saint-Germain a couple of seasons ago for £34.5 million. He had 2 decent seasons in Ligue 1, and he's coming in as one of our main central midfielders this year. We've brought in Kepa Arrizabalaga, from Chelsea on loan. He was transfer listed for some reason. His contract at Chelsea does expire next year, so all we're paying is his wages. I didn't want to pay £40 million, so we've brought him in, and hopefully that will be a good signing for us. He's had very, very strong seasons at Chelsea. He's going to create some great competition for Emiliano Martinez, and hopefully push us forward a little bit. And then we signed Ethan Laird, a 22-year-old, or was at the time, 23-year-old now, English fullback, can play either on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. He's got some decent attributes. Looking forward to seeing him develop, and, I didn't think that was bad for £14 million. Had a good season at Southampton last year to get his feet, and hopefully this year he can take it to the next level. He will be starting today. Christian Eriksen as well has come in on loan, another sort of old head. Try and give us a little bit of experience in the middle of the park, especially in our first season in the Champions League this year. Was, of course, at Inter Milan. Was doing very well there. Went to Paris Saint-Germain at the start of last season for £35 million. And did all right when he was called upon, but didn't play the full season, and we've brought him in on loan. He's already doing all right in friendlies and whatever. So, yeah, you know what? I think we've had a really good transfer window. We've still got plenty of money to spend. We've got £83 million in the transfer budget. We've still got a little bit of wage budget should we need it. And, I think we're in a very strong position. So let's have a look at what the media think is going to happen this season. They have predicted we will finish 8th, which is the highest they've ever predicted us. They quite often predict we're going to get relegated or something, but this year they're like, no, Aston Villa might actually do all right this season, but we'll keep an eye on it. Tottenham are predicted to finish 6th under Pep Guardiola. So let's have a little look at the transfers they've made. They've only actually brought 2 in, Joe Gomez and Matthias Villalba. I'm looking at the rest of the team and struggling to see where they've improved. I mean, there's a couple of signings there, but yeah, Tottenham may well be in trouble this season. Harry Kane, let's see if would he be interested in us? don't think he would be. That was done on 6th of the 8th. Yeah, he's not interested, which is a shame, to be honest. I would like to sign Harry Kane if the opportunity did present itself, and you would imagine that he will be looking to move at some point. But Ryan Sessegnon, that's certainly an interesting one. Apparently he's not that good, though. Pardon me, apparently he's not that good. He's had a couple of good seasons, though. Weirdly, almost exactly the same season the previous year at Wolves as he did with Tottenham last year. Very strange. But anyway, this is the team that we're going to send out there today. We have got a few injuries, actually, at the start of the season. As you can see, Calvert-Lewin is coming back from injury. Brandon Williams is currently injured. Dele Alli is injured. Kepa has just come back from an injury, and Jesper Carlson is injured. So there's quite a few little niggles of injuries. So this is not our ultimate 11, but it's certainly an 11 that I think can do well this season. So we've got Martinez starting in goal. We've then got Aarons by Valentin Antov and Ethan Laird in defence. Antov, of course, spent last season out on loan at AC Milan because we couldn't get a work permit for him. But we have now got that work permit sorted, so we'll see what he's all about. He's certainly a very good player, and I think he could do a very good job for us. We've then got Jordan Henderson and James Madison in the middle of the park, with Shaqiri and Neymar starting wide of Ollie Watkins and Jamie Vardy up top. Who would have thought that Jamie Vardy, at the age of 37, would have scored 27 goals last season in all competitions? Can he continue that this year? That's the big question that we're hopefully going to answer today. So let's get into it then. The first match of the season, always exciting to see how your team get on in their very first match. We're going to have Ericsson as our number 14, and we're going to have Ethan Laird as a number 31 there. That'll do nicely. So yeah, that's very good. So we'll get into Team Talk territory. They're happy with some of the debutants. Pump fists. Go out there and impress me. First day of the season. Let's do it, boys. We're on the TV as well. You can see there's Tottenham lining up in a 4-1-2-2-1. Or 4-5-1, basically. We've, of course, got our attacking 4-4-2 once again. And, we're currently in 9th, apparently, after no games. But I'm really looking forward to this. I always like the first day of the season. Just see how your team are getting on. Obviously, nothing can really be made of it, but it's always nice to make a good, start with the right intentions. And sort of state your intentions, if you like. Neymar already having a decent run of things, which is good. The game's just lagging a little bit. Not entirely sure why. But here's Troy Parrott. Scored a lot of goals in the Championship last year, and was somebody I looked at potentially signing over the summer. But here's Ndombele, and what a save from Martinez early on, who's, he did come to me with some concerns about Kepa arriving at the club. And, I just said to him, hey, you're my number one. Keep performing the way you have done, and you'll stay number one. And he certainly started off in that fashion today. Here's Ndombele now to Chamberlain, and it's off the post. Aarons gets it away. Now here's Shaqiri, and we're going to go on an attack of our own. Here's Watkins now. Watkins gets it. He should have got it forward, but didn't quite manage it. Lo Celso. Now here's Evanilson with a chance. Is he going to get in? Oh, wow, that's a great save, but Chamberlain was there and at the other side of the post waiting for the rebound, and that is a little bit of a shame. I mean, you look at this, and how did Evanilson get past both of these guys, and then Aarons as well, and, well, Martinez will be a bit disappointed, I think. And that is not the start that we wanted. We're going to demand more from our boys. We should be doing better in this match. That shouldn't have been a goal we conceded. James Madison not off to the best of starts, which is not good. Here he is now. Switches the play to Shaqiri. Now he has Aarons. Is he going to spray it in? No, he's not. Henderson gets it forward to Aarons now. Into the middle. Ollie Watkins was there. Couldn't finish. which is a big shame. Well, here you go. It's Gomez, now Chamberlain. Gomez into the middle. Martinez punches it away. He has Troy Parrott, now Justin. Oh, it's a great save, but again, what a block that was. And I think it was Max Aarons with the block there. We're now in survival mode until half-time, till I can get them in, maybe make some changes for the second half, because this has not been the strongest start you'll ever see. And at half-time, we are 1-0 down to Tottenham. We're going to thrash our arms about and say we're far from pleased, because that's the case. We are not pleased at all here. Eden Hazard is going to come on, which I didn't expect to be saying, but hey-ho. Jamie Vardy is going to come off as well. We might stick Christian Eriksen up top. What would he like to do? Trequartista? Can Ollie Watkins play as that? Hang on, it's Neymar. That's we want. Hang on, what? Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. Yeah, Christian Eriksen's going to be playing. Well, why don't I do this then? Have him as an advanced forward, play Ollie Watkins as a complete forward on attack, and have him as our, well, what does Christian Eriksen like doing? On the left-hand side. He quite likes being an inverted winger. There you go. Just completely baffled me, all of that. But yeah, two changes. Eriksen and Eden Hazard have come on, and hopefully they can give us a little bit of bite in the team. That's a great ball from Eriksen, and Neymar scores. That was exactly what I wanted to see. Christian Eriksen comes on, and in his first 19 seconds as an Aston Villa player, manages to set up a beautiful ball for Neymar, who took one touch and then banged it into the back of the net, and it's his first goal of the season. Starting as he means to go on, and it's 1 goal apiece, which is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Now then, here's Chamberlain with the cross into the middle. Oh, well, that was sloppy. And I have to say, Martinez, I think, was the man at fault there. We'll have another look. They seem to be blaming Neymar. Chamberlain got it in. Oh, yeah, I mean, they've blamed Neymar. I'll be blaming Martinez there, and that's not good. Watkins is going to come off. We're going to stick on Dominic Calvert-Lewin on his return from injury. 30 minutes to go in this match. It would be a big shame to lose this first game. Here's Eriksen, gets it forward. Ollie Watkins is there. Ollie Watkins shoots, and he doesn't score. Back to Eriksen, who's not going to reach it. That was just poor from Ollie. But Eriksen tracks back and manages to, well, at least foul him. Oh dear, look at our central midfielders, not playing well at all. Come on, boys. Chamberlain into the middle, Troy Parrott over the bar. But he'll certainly be happy with his first game of the season. Come on. Got 20 minutes left. Got to try and do something now. Because we definitely take a draw at this point. Chamberlain. Into the middle. Ruben Neves. Oof, that was a chance to seal it for Tottenham. Martinez. Here's Henderson now. Gets it forward. Neymar's on the ball. Gets it to Calvert-Lewin. Eriksen again. Madison. Oh, well. That was a good chance for James Madison. Jordan Henderson doing a 5.9 today. Not good. Eric Bailly boots it forward. Madison's there. Madison's still there. Oh, what a save. What a save. He's going to go and take the corner. Madison into the middle. It's away. Now here's Maddie. Maddie on the ball. Pushing forward now. Is it going to be 3-1? No, it's away. Here's Calvert-Lewin now. Calvert-Lewin pushing forward. On the left-hand side, tried to get it to Eriksen. That wasn't good, though. No. Well, unless we score from this corner. Oh, well, we nearly did. We've got another highlight straight away here. Can we have some more drama in the Premier League like we did at the end of last season? Well, Eric Bailly's going to be sent off on the first day, which kind of caps it all, to be honest. It kind of caps the day perfectly. Very disappointing. Here's Pardal. 30 seconds left. Martinez has got it. Is he going to boot it clear? Yes, he is. Calvert-Lewin's there, but couldn't get his head on the ball. Neymar had it, but couldn't do anything with it. We've got 5 seconds left. Here's Ruben Neves. Gets it to Evan Nilsson. Hazard. Calvert-Lewin. Oh, I thought that might have been a chance, but nah, it just feels like Tottenham are running down the clock now. Here's Aarons, back to Martinez. Boots it clear. It's Eriksen now. Eriksen on the left. Well, it's full time, and Pep Guardiola will be thrilled to get one over us there. It was a tricky first game of the season for them. They've come out on top, so we're not going to be the new Invincibles this season, but there was some positives in there, but some of the negatives. Jordan Henderson, just not good. A 5.8. I mean, let's discuss that with him. One player criticised last game. I needed. It's important that you concentrate. Your passing in the last game was not good enough. My passing was pretty woeful. I mean, for Jordan Henderson, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen him put in, and that's very disappointing and very worrying, actually. That he's going to be one of our key players this year, or is meant to be, and he's done that. But there you go. That's the first game of the season out of the way. I think we'll come back for our first Champions League match, which will be in September sometime. So it'll probably be the Sheffield United and the Champions League match, or the Watford and Champions League match. It doesn't really matter which way around we do it, but that's what we'll do. So if you have enjoyed this video, then make sure you leave a like down below. It really does help out the channel. It means a lot to me as well. Don't forget that if you are YouTube Premium member, you can become a member of my channel for free for the month of January, which would give me a lot of support, and it gives you a few perks like getting your name in the credits and that sort of thing. So thank you very much for your continued support. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.